Hello everybody, and today we're going to do another Fear the Walking Dead video, because it's been a while for a Fear video, so I decided let's do one, and it's going to be a top 5 worst Fear the Walking Dead characters. And spoiler, this is very hard because all the characters in Fear, except for a few, are really terrible, and they all deserve to be on this list in their own right because they're all bad. But I had to choose only 5, okay, and these are the 5 that I chose to be the worst of the worst, and everyone's going to agree that some of these definitely deserve to be on the list. Okay, so first, before we do the list, I'll do an honorable mention. I'm going to say June. Okay, she was originally on my list of top 5 worst characters, but ever since John Dory's death, I feel like they fixed her because I was worried they're going to do a Maggie with her, and that would put her number 2. Okay, but they didn't. They John Dory died, they kind of fixed her. Okay, they gave her John Dory Sr., and they worked really well together, and they kind of killed off the killer of John Dory so she can move on and would be stuck in this no character progression. I feel like June was saved with John Dory's death, and she's now in the center of all the characters, and she's no longer on this list, which is great. So let's move on from this honorable mention and get right into it. So now that we've got the honorable mention out of the way, so let's get into number 5, and I'm going to say Wes. Reason why? I didn't even know he was a main character until he got his own episode, and his own episode, it was okay, but it felt like an Alicia episode because a side character of the episode outshunned the main character, which was Wes. And what has Wes done? All the characters on this list kind of have a similar reason why they're terrible. What has Wes contributed to the Fear the Walking Dead series? Nothing. Okay, the reasons here is because he's done nothing. All he's done is kind of just been a background character that, like, hey, he's a main character now. And you're like, really? I have no connection with this guy. I don't care about him at all. He has done nothing since he's been introduced in Season 5. And that's why he's here. He just does nothing. Okay, so let's go into number 4. Okay, so at number 4, I'm going to say Al. Okay, I never really liked Al. I thought she was kind of bland. She wasn't a very good character. She was kind of this kind of bland character. There, just have, oh, I have a gimmick, I record things. And she's added a little to the series, but not much. Like, she even missed out the back half of Fear Season 6. And somehow Deus Ex Machina saved people. But I feel like she's just there to be the connection to the CRM and Rick Grimes. She's not there as a character to serve the purpose to the show. She's there to serve the purpose to the wider universe, which is why she's on this list, because she's not very good. Okay, she is good with Dwight. I don't know why I liked their relationship, their friendship together, but that's all that she's good for, other than being nice with Dwight and then just serving the purpose for the universe, not the show. And that's why she's here. She does nothing for the show. It's all about the movies and stuff with her. Okay, so in 3rd place, I was going to originally put him 2nd, but think about now, I'm going to make him 3rd, just because they never outstaged their welcome, is Chris, okay? And he is terrible because the show obviously did well at making you hate this guy. This kid was just messed up. He was like Shane, but a teenager, and annoying as hell. And that's Chris. The best thing about Chris, though, why he's not in number 2, is because he died really early on. He died in Season 2. He had a great death, and his death put him down a little, okay? And it's just, I don't like Chris. He's always a bit smug. He's always like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to save. He's like, I could save my dad or whatever. And I don't know what he was doing, okay? He just always had that, oh, I'm built for this world. You clearly weren't. You were just a little psychotic and up your own ass, mate. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. And that's why Chris is here. I really just didn't like him, because that's the way they wanted to write the character, as an annoying little shit. And they worked, okay? And now he's here in the top 5 worst characters. Now at number 2, a lot of people might not like this, but I'm going to say it. Luciana, okay, she's the 2nd worst character on the show, and my reason why is she hasn't really done anything since Season 3. Like, a character progression, I think it stopped with Nick's death, because they had nothing else to do with her afterwards, okay? Season 2, she was a very nice character. Season 3, she was very nice, and she left the show. You're like, okay, she just walked out in Season 3. Season 4, she kind of reappears, just to be like, we still have legacy characters, we promise, while they kill off better characters like Madison and Nick. She's just there to make up the numbers, to be like, we didn't kill off all the original cast. She's just there, okay? That's the reason she's here. She's just there. She's done nothing. They just be like, oh, we have her. And with the rumours that Alicia might be leaving the show, a character that's had some development and been pushed back, she's just going to stay on the show and she will never die off, because they're like, okay, who do we have left from Season 1 and 2? Well, we have Strand, Alicia, Daniel, and Luciana, okay? And with Strand and Alicia maybe dying, because Strand's becoming a villain and Alicia wants to leave, the actor who plays Alicia wants to leave the show, you have Daniel and Luciana left, okay? They're never going to kill her off. And that sucks because she does nothing. She is just being pushed further and further to the back to do nothing. She was an original main character, and now she's literally a side character. She is barely in season 6 and does barely anything in season 5, which is why she's here. She just does nothing, and they don't know what to do with her, and it's just wasted potential, and that's why she's number 2. Now we are number 1, and everyone knows who's going to be at number 1. It's Charlie, okay? This was obviously going to happen. Charlie is here because she killed off Nick, and then they were like, we're going to make you like Charlie if you like it or not, because she's literally here to be the replacement to Nick, and it didn't work. They rammed it down our throats that Charlie's a good person. She shot a man. She isn't a good person. She murdered Nick. She is literally the murderer of Nick. Okay? Why, when we want someone to be like Maggie, no one's like Maggie in this show to Charlie? Charlie is a monster like Negan was for Maggie, okay? And she's treated like this innocent girl that didn't do anything wrong, and we're forced to like her, and everyone just likes her in the show. You're like, no, your brother died, Alicia. Why do you like this child? Strand, somebody that you loved and cared for because your friend died and you decided to take custody of them, their children, to look after them. They died and you like this child, okay? And Charlie's so bad. She is tainting Daniel, which is a great character, because they've been paired together. And now because Charlie's so bad, Daniel is just getting worse and worse and worse, I feel like. They decided to go, hey, we're going to make Daniel senile now, because we need to have him be an absolute old man badass with Charlie around. And that's why Charlie sucks. We're just forced to like her, and it doesn't work. They should have done a Dakota with Charlie, but they didn't. Okay, Charlie was so bad, when they did a similar thing, they knew they couldn't keep Dakota alive, and they had to kill her off. And this is what they should have done with Charlie, but they didn't. So, she's the worst character ever, okay, in any show. And everyone would agree with me. But this is just my list. What do you think? Do you agree that these characters are the top 5 worst characters, or do you have a different list? Please tell me, I'd like to know. Talk to you guys later.